Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri, and today I am bringing forth a guide about what is really worth buying from bazaars and what isn't. Now, this guide is going to cover a couple different perspectives. Hey Draconics, how you doing? This is going to cover a couple different perspectives. So primarily focusing on beginner players who are like they're just getting started. They realize, oh wow, this game's fun. There's stuff I want to do. There's stuff I want to farm. What's some stuff that I can buy that's actually useful and going to be good for at least a good investment. You don't want to start out and buy a level 56 weapon because you think you're level 56 and that weapon's going to be good. That's a huge misuse of paid OC, because if you're just starting out, you don't have bazaarable OC that you've gotten from selling stuff. You're gonna have, if you're gonna buy anything early on, you're going to be putting in $20 and seeing what you can get. So a mentality like that, that's what we're going to be covering in one perspective. Another perspective is what things are good to buy at a mid-tier level, so things from 105 onward, 100 plus, up until 120, and then later we're going to focus on what is really good to buy and invest in at endgame. So this is like a 125, 130-ish range of that sort of player interest. So, what's with the nah? So many comments. Spiel aside, hello Thunder, hello Draconics, and Eva, awoo, 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 woo. Whew. I'm glad to see that comments are showing up. I have my stream pulled up on my computer, I am ready. I got so used to this period where nothing would show up, and then I streamed Overwatch once and it fixed everything, so. Oh, you were the first to Well, of course. Of course. Alright, I thought you had a opposition to what was going on. No, this guide is not for this. This guide is horrible. No, alright. So, memeing aside, fun aside. I mean, never put the fun aside, right? It's a video game. When you're first starting out, like I was mentioning earlier, you're going to come into the game, you're going to see bazaars everywhere. It's you, Otaku? Cool. You're going to see bazaars everywhere. You're going to see things priced high, things priced low, magatamas, weapons, friendship items, everything and anything that you can see on in the game will be on the bazaar somewhere. If a new player clicks on his options and actually learns the menu, he's going to find bazaar listing. What's that? And then he's going to be on channel 1 and he's going to be like, holy shit, this is taking 15 minutes just to load. I don't like this. How many things are going to be there? And they're going to see this huge market and they'll be like, oh my god, why is one person selling friendship items for 1 OC? Why is one person selling friendship items for 1,000 OC? And anything in between. They're going to be seeing huge inconsistencies in prices. They're going to see, they might see not a dragon arc. Those are very rare. But they might see a gargoyle weapon at min price, and then they'll see another one at 300 or 500 or something like that, and they'll be like, well, what makes this weapon different from this weapon, and all this stuff. Because inherently there's actually nothing wrong with seeing a gargoyle that is overpriced. If you see a rhyme that's at for 500 OC, but it has 2 ice lance. Well, I mean, I don't think you can sell anything with ice lance on it, but if it did have Ogies on it, tidal wave 3, if it's a spear, let's say they had the regular tidal wave, because you can't sell any Ogies above that. But if you saw an Ogie invested, it's got 3, it's got Water Dragon 7, Water Dragon 6, Icicle Blossom 7, or any big combination, there's a big investment on the weapon, it's at plus 100. That's probably worth the 500 OC depending on the person. Nowadays, they're a lot easier to get, but if you're a new player, you don't have artisans, you don't have buttons, you don't have Ryu, you just want to, you know, trek your way through the levels, and then once you reach 115, you now have this item that you can equip. Like, there's a mentality to that as well. But to an intermediate player, let's say they don't want to use the energy because they know that, like, let's say they've never farmed gargoyle at all, and they have to go through normal, they have to go through hard, and they have to go through hell. And let's say they have a mount, and it's very easy for them to do that because Ifrit just steamrolls that dungeon. But let's say they don't want to make the energy investment, like they're playing events, they're trying to get Satan stuff, whatever it may be. To a player, they might think, okay, well, it's going to take me, let's say, 5-6 runs to get everything on hell from the gargoyle. And that's going to be like 50 energy, 50 energy, 50 energy, 50 energy, even if it's reward up, something like that. And then there's the hard mode, and I know wings are hard to get, and all that stuff. Let's say that the overall investment for a gargoyle is worth the equivalent of like 200 energy, let's say. Let's say that's the total investment, start to finish. You have to get your recipe. You got to go through all that. Because when we already have our recipes, it's very easy for us to just go make a garg and sell it. Like, it's like taking out the trash. Like, you've got nothing better to do. Like, you just do it. But to a new player, who's someone who has the means to do it, but they have to debate if they want to do it or not, a lot of people sell gargs for their minimum price, which is like a rhyme or something. I think their minimum price is little over 100 or a little less than 100 because the Glaciers weapons are just 103. The Odin weapons are 103. So they're like 99 OC, something like that. And in some cases, it might just be better that if you had the OC, that it might just be better to invest in the gargoyle instead of, like, just buy it instead of running it. Like, there are some situations where if you have the money, that's a totally viable choice of action you could take. Like, this is a whole big example. I'm not telling people buy gargs, don't farm them. That's not the message I'm trying to bring here, because that's not the best message. Like, if you're just going to come to the game and buy everything and do nothing, that's not going to help your aptitude as a player. Like, if you just come in, buy everything, like jumping straight to endgame, while it does have its merits, and a lot of people really like just getting through the nitty-gritty, jumping right in and just playing at a higher tier level, that's not for everybody. It is for some people. Some people like to jump in the game, drop some money, get OP quick, and be on their way. And in essence, I want this guide to also appeal to those kind of people, but helping them find out, okay, if you want to be really good, what are the things you want to buy? And what are some things that are just, you know, it's just part and parcel of playing the game. Things you don't really need to worry about. But hey, Viper, you ask, can you help me? I'm going to start playing this. I usually don't help people personally. Like, I don't take them through dungeons and stuff, or very rarely do, let's say, one-on-one chats and all that regularly. But on the channel, there are tons of videos throughout the entire lifespan of Onigiri on PS4. And hopefully through them, if you just want to listen to them while you play or look up specific guides or topics, we should have some videos on the channel that will really help you get good. There are lots of people that have come to the channel, they watch one video, they like what I had to say, they look up more stuff, they find topics, and they just listen to me as they play, and they find out tips and tricks, and, like, you know, a lot of people just get really better off on it. That's a great question, Sin. That's a good question. Are stones worth buying? You're on PS4, so I can't see your YouTube. I see my user? Oh, my YouTube name is Randandestroyer, with an S, Randandestroyers. For sure. Where should I stand? Where do people, like, stand? I don't know where people stand. In the middle of town? Sure. Form party. Great, he found me. That is a good question, because you said, and pardon me for not answering it while I was doing all this, but you said you asked, are stones worth buying? And Eva brings up a really good point. And this video right now is getting all over the place, but with questions and live streaming, it's expected. But she's saying in 30 OC, you can restore energy and run the stone dungeons twice. If you used a boost, that'll get you about 90 stones or less, depending on RNG. So if the stones are on sale for less than 30 OC, grab them. That's a really good point. So, yeah, like stones come around every other day. Like every day there's a different stone. Piercing stones are never... Like, let's just go on the topic of stones. Piercing stones do not have a day. Like, on Mondays, it's cutting stones. On Tuesdays, it's inferno stones. On Wednesdays, it's ice stones. Thursdays, it's miracle stones. Fridays is thunderstones. Fridays is thunderstones. Saturday is dark stones. And light stones are on Sunday. So any stone not mentioned there does not have a stone day. But I will also mention that every single day of the week, Idama is available. Idama comes with any of those stones in the daily search dungeons. So that means there are at least 2 of the physical stones that are not represented in the daily search. So that those include piercing stones and what's the other one? It's piercing stone. There's cutting stone, piercing stone. And there's another stone. What's that called? Let me see. I am on channel 1, yeah, because we're advertising the stream. It's possible, but as long as I don't really do anything, I should be fine. That didn't do anything. Crushing horn. Why do you keep getting error codes? So Flux, this game does crash often, and it will get an error code. It's just how the game's coded. If you keep getting crashes on startup, you may have to uninstall the game and reinstall it. I also suggest you always play on whisper chat or party chat, never really all chat, because that adds to the cache of information you absorb before the game reaches some internal limit, and you tend to fail to load things and crash. But not playing in all chat, lowering your settings, like lower your rendering to 70, lowering your player count to 5, lowering Bazaar scene partners, lowering your settings, like turning off shadows, effects, things like that. They really go a long way. And they help prolong how long you can stay on the game without crashing. But you asked something else, and it was up in the chat. I don't think I saw it. And sometimes the videos are like this, where someone has a problem, they come in. I'm always willing to, you know, hear people out and, you know, try to help people with what comes their way. Like, and it's, for some people, it might be, you know, a bother every time when they're just trying to hear a topic. But, you know, if someone has if someone has the, you know, if you come into my house and you come to ask, you make the effort to come here and ask me a question, by all means, man, I'll help you out. Give you the information. So, Flux said, everyone I try and load into gives me an error code. Everywhere you go. Yeah, and the game won't even load up after I click login. That you're on PS4. Are you like a Pokemon trainer? Yeah. Now Flux, do you live in North America or are you in Europe? Yeah, same question he was asking. Because I know that in Europe they cannot go to Kaga. Like a lot of NPCs don't work there. You're in the UK. That explains it, man. Yeah. Yeah, the UK. Oh, Viper's UK and Flux is UK. Okay, so now the UK version is further updated than like the American Xbox version, but lesser so than the North American version. But UK version does have a lot of bugs. Like I hear you can't really get through Kaga very much. Some NPCs don't work. Things are like they've been complaining on Twitter for months and months and months. You used to play, but now it stopped working. It could be possible that you were in an area when you used to play that worked, but now there's a broken area generally around Kaga, and you might have been there and now you can't load in there at all because the area is broken. That could be a possibility. I hope not, but that could be a possibility. Another thing is maybe try like delete the game, re-download it. That tends to help some people. But yeah, Thunder, you did ask that question twice, and I apologize for not answering it. What are stones used for? Just as Eva said, they're for crafting weapons and mags. Usually in a weapon recipe, especially higher tier stuff, anything like 100 plus. The weapons, especially with Dragon Arc weapons, they start to take stones. So, and namely Idama. So, like some weapon might take, let's say, let me just open up a crafting thing. I'll get to your question in a second, Zura. Damn. This is like, might change the title of this to just ask me questions. That's fine. It's just like we're helping everybody out here. Like I like it. Like I feel like the longer I go without streaming, people have a lot of questions, but when I come into stream, they're like, "Oh my god, finally, let me ask these questions I have." Because I know when I used to stream a lot more, nearly daily, I would get questions like this a lot, and that's true too. I haven't had an AMA in a long time. But I usually when I would stream regularly, I would get questions and it would just be something in passing. But now that I'm working and I don't stream that often, these questions are building up. Hey Divine, how you doing? How you doing, man? So just to answer Thunder's question here, just to give him a visual, I'm just gonna click on like any spear, like at a higher level. Like a basic spear just takes like drops and stuff, like basic weapons. Like even the star doesn't take anything. But the minute you start getting to the Dragon Arc weapons, they start having this these requirements on them. So you need like the previous weapon, you need 50 Idama, 50 Fortitude Stones, 50 Miracle Stones, and then drops. So basically, how the majority of weapon recipes go is that you're gonna need like some kind of weapon, some kind of rare drop from a monster. And then you're going to need some stones, and stones can drop in any dungeon very randomly. It's only in select wardings, like daily search, where you can farm a certain stone. But apart from that, there are Magatamas that you can craft, and break down with Kaguya, and they will give you stones in return. And some Magatamas are really bad at it, and some of them are super, super good, and they're better than the daily search I mentioned before. Like for the Daitenryu Night Sky weapon, let's say. That's a very powerful, prominent weapon. The Daitenryu Night Sky, it takes 100 Dark Stones, 100 Aidama. Let's say you're already using all your energy on the Dragon Arcs, you're trying to get your recipe, you're trying to get the drops. You don't really want to devote your energy to running Dark Stones one day to try and get 100 Dark Stones. We do have a video on the channel called like the best Darkstone farm or something along those lines, and that involves going to Seki Inagi Woods, I think Inari Woods or something like that. In Nether Sekigahara, there's a place called Inari Woods, and you just farm the first room of it, you pick up a bunch of drops, and you use those to make the Mongoku Magatama, and then you break down the mags with Kaguya, and she starts giving you like ice mags, ice stones, thunder stones, or dark stones back in a disproportionate amount to what it took to make the item. So like for every item you make, you get like 3 times the stones back. And it's just like this Philosopher's Stone infinite cycle of like making something, breaking something, making something, breaking something, making something, breaking something. So that's generally how stones are used. And yes, like Eva said, if you look up Aurogiri Dark Stones, there's a video all about Dark Stones. I don't really have a video on the other stones yet. But I could probably do something like that. Daring, I'm probably missing questions left and right. Divine, what's a good staff to get at my level? What is your level, sir? What is thy level? Mid-game, like any staff is fine. You could probably get oh, true. She sent a picture saying she was the first like. You're 117. Then I would suggest you get the 117, the moon staff, yeah. The Gecko Oborodori. It's the golden catechist staff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the moon staff. It's a really good weapon. It gives you 1,000 extra attack. It doesn't really need much investment, and it's a good weapon to have. 117 requirement exactly. If you want something a little fancier, you could get like the Odin staff, but to be honest, that's just for flexing. If you wanted something to use all around that's readily available, then you would get the Gecko Oborodori, the moon staff. Hey Neville, man, how you doing? So we're generally talking about what items are good. The overall topic is we're talking about what items are good to buy from bazaars and what items are not. But we've had so many questions that we're just answering them as we go. Will the bow guide be coming soon? Soon enough. Soon enough. Soon enough, man. Soon enough. Soon enough. So I think we've got all the questions right now. A guy had asked, are builds in this game like builds in other MMOs? In my mind, they're not. In Onigiri, like, it's not a class-based game, so you can get items for it's a weapon-based game. You can get items and support items and Magatama and recipes for every weapon in the game. Like, it's just RNG. Now that we have trading, you can pass those to people who need them, but generally, you can build a weapon for any scenario. You can build a build for any scenario, or for any weapon type. However, in an overall just response, even though every class or every weapon has its own individual items, they're all basically just like, imagine they're all a different color. Like, let's say spear is green and sword is red and axe is blue. Like, doesn't matter what the item is for. Generally, every individual weapon has an identical set of mags for their class that correspond to just themselves. So, in terms of our builds, like other games, I don't think so, no, because this game has a lot of flexibility, lots of personality, individuality in your builds. There's a grand overarching, okay, you need skill force plus crit plus attack plus strong stuff. Like, there's an overarching formula for it, but for just in general, everyone has their own stuff, but all the stuff is already the same. Geez, I talk and so many questions go by. Thizzy, so what should you put on your Odachi White Flash? On your Odachi White Flash, so the White Flash is a lightning. I'll pull up my Light Flash just so we can look at the stats, because that's the thing. Like I was saying, everything's stats are the same. It's just they're a different type of weapon. The White Flash. So the White Flash has a bonus damage depending on the value of lightning element during a critical hit at a rate of 25%. Damage cap cannot be exceeded. Really? So the White Flash only has lightning? It doesn't have the Holy Multiplier yet? It's only the White Brilliance that has the Holy Multiplier. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. So it has Pierce element. Yours probably has Slice element, negative something, negative Pierce and Impact. 45 Holy, 45 Lightning, negative 40 Dark, negative 40 Mountain, plus 10 Crit. If your affinity stat is 120 or more, you gain 10 attack. If it's under, you lose attack. And then it's the same for defense as well. Okay. So at the White Flash level, the weapon is more of a lightning weapon than it is a holy weapon, but not really. Like, generally, like, here's a little myth. Some people think that when a weapon has a multiplier on it that corresponds to an elemental type during a critical hit, like let's say the White Flash or the El Sin, like they both check lightning to see if you get this bonus damage. But let's say you're wearing, like I'm wearing my Thunderquake mags for Spear, and with that on I have 105 lightning right now. Let's just say I have 105 lightning because I'm holding the Reverence, which is negative lightning. As long as your overall element is high enough, the weapon will check your element for every attack you use. So whether I'm using Water Dragon or Whirlwind Thrust or Lance of Flames on this weapon, what are these called? Damage multiplier effect will still trigger based on your overall stat for the weapon. So you do have some freedom on it to put skills that are like multi-hit, because weapons like the White Flash, the Night Sky, they really like multi-hit because every little tick of those attacks is going to trigger bonus damage or has a chance to. So as long as your base element is really high, like for Spear, when it comes to the White Flash, it comes to the Sin, even the Uryu, whatever that's called, the Rainwater, like they can get away with using other moves outside from Thunder on it because their Thunder is going to be high enough as it is with regular mags, with their 105 Fuse set, Tempest set. But in terms of Odachi White Flash, you can do Falling Lightning Strike 5. That move is pretty strong on Axe. I've seen it used. I think Odachi has Falling Lightning Strike. Even though it doesn't go to rank 7, it can still do pretty decent damage. You might want to try to use the Satan Mega Ogi. Like, if you have your White Flash, let's say you have Thunder Masteries. If you do, that move might start pumping out really good damage. Is AoE God level? Late game, when your attack is really high, multi-hit, and in a part AoE is really good God level stuff. Because early game single hit tends to do a lot of damage, and like single hit tends to do a lot of damage, but late game damage cap makes it so that the more damage you can pump out close to damage cap or straight damage cap is better than single hit. So end game multi-hit stuff, damage multipliers is super, super good. I know it's everything but Bazaars, but it's good content because you guys are asking questions. I'm gonna have to change the video to like just general questions. I don't mind at all. I love it. I love it. Like, you know, it's everything but Bazaars. That's fine. But what you should put on it, generally you want to match the elements on your weapon to what moves you use. But on an Odachi, you're going to use like a move like Holy Empty Sky /7. That hits like 5, 6, 7 times, right? That means it's a multi-hit move, a lot of element on it. The weapon has Slice and Holy, like, and you're going to get the buffs from the Holy the Lightning multiplier. Like, it's fine. Like, I would just go, you know, Holy Empty. I wouldn't go Sacred Strike. You can go Sacred Strike 7 if you want, but Holy Empty Sky Slash, in my opinion, is just a bit better. Does Odachi have Void Slash? I don't think you have Falling Lightning Strike. I think you have Void Slash. I'm not really sure. I don't know Odachi enough. Bo has a couple. I don't know if Void Slash is any good, to be honest. I think it's Lightning and Pierce, so it might be negative on the weapon. If you have any extra Zunko cards, it can do well on the weapon. If you only had like 1/7, I wouldn't put it on. But like if you had an extra Zunko, Saber, or Zunko, anything, if you played that event, it would be good to put on it. Because those are holy moves and they're going to get buffed and all that stuff. Yeah, those moves are good. But generally, Holy Empty, if you can go like Holy Empty Sky 7, Holy Empty Sky 6, and then maybe Sacred Strike 7 if you want, or you could do, I think they have Leaping Lightning Strike, or is that Sword that has it? I don't know. Or you could do, like you could go it's really hard for me to say. It's really hard because I don't know Odachi's skills by the back of my hand. But hopefully, you said thank you. Hopefully it's making sense. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to say, like, okay, this is what the weapon does. You know your skills better than me. You know, but Holy Empty Sky 7, Holy Empty Sky 6, and then a lightning move if you have it. Like, that would be really good. And then, like I said, if you have the Satan Ogi, try that out. That move could work at a mega level. You got an error? Damn, Azura, damn. Something's wrong with the UK version. And I answered your question while you were gone, sadly. But, I mean, you know. But hey, hey, Yusei, hey, Rhyme, hey, everybody. We're supposed to be talking about Bazaars, but we've had so many questions and comments and stuff that we're just answering them as we go. Like, the more questions you ask me, the longer the video goes. So consider that a boon. Hey Tyler, for twins, do you just go triple Sunlight Strike because lightning is ass on twin? Okay, that's a good question. So for twin, so are you asking in terms of like the white flash, or are you just talking overall? This is the best move. You just installed the game and it's not working? Damn, Azura. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know. Try rebooting your console, but I really don't know. So you're asking on white flash. So white flash for twin, I believe it's slice, right? So white flash, you're packing lightning, slash, or slice, lightning, slice, and holy, and it's got the lightning multiplier on it. So my friend really, 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 really enjoys Thunder Beast on that weapon. I have a friend plays Twin. I have a friend that plays Twin, and he loves double Thunder Beast on the White Flash. He thinks it's great. He thinks it's amazing. Now I know that your regular mags are negative lightning, like the Fuse, the Tempest, Dancing Water in general is negative lightning, and I get that. But if you manage to get your hands on Lightning Mastery mags, or even Knowledges, any kind of universal Skill Force mag that's not your own mag that you could use instead, except for Fuse Bear, because that is negative lightning. Thunder Beast works really well on the weapon. As for your regular skills, and whether you have Thunder Beast Sublime or just regular Thunder Beast, that's up to you. It doesn't really matter that much. But with how many hits Thunder Beast is, it's like 18 hits or something. Like the damage multiplier really, really kicks in. Like you might start seeing like 2 million a tick at high levels of gameplay, and that adds up. If you're doing like 10 ticks at like at 10 ticks, like it adds up. It adds up. I guess. Well, that's because, like, what? It's a flat F. Thunder Beast of the world. Well, my buddy, he has Thunder Beast. He has the White Flash. He put double Thunder Beast on it. He's using the Thunder Mastery mags. And with the damage multiplier of 25% chance on the White Flash, he is able to Thunder Beast, and he sees big numbers. I don't play them that often, but that's what he tells me. He says it works. But apart from that, normal skills, I think Sunlight Strike is really good. Sunlight Strike 7 for sure, because it's going to multi-hit so much. There's no reason not to. Sunlight Strike in some capacity. And then you have the Crimson Crosscut that's Swift Bolt Crucifix. I think you could go Sunlight 7, Sunlight 6, Swift Bolt Crucifix, double Thunder Beast. And a setup like that, because you're using so much multi-hit, could do some work. For sure. Alright, Azura, I hope so too. Hello, Okito. Oh, we're getting so many questions. I love it. What do I do in this? Well, I think you should do this. Or you don't play this class. I know that. I did long ago. Alright, yeah. And it's not that big of an investment. Unless Sunlight Strike doesn't drop in your dungeon, it's not that bad. But for the most part, it should be quite accessible. Like with the amount of tickets we've gotten, Ogi 3 isn't that scarce. Are there any Kitsune ears and tails in the game? Yes. Absolutely. I don't know if it's still in the gacha or not. It was there forever. Is it in here? Like, is it in the red? Like, wasn't there a lineup that had them in the red forever? Now you're asking me a question that's above my pay grade. Okay, they don't have them on right now. Her Infernal Majesty. Oh, that's such a good name. You have so many sunlight strikes, but I wish Swiftful and Lightning Slash weren't the worst skills to ever exist. Yeah, it doesn't help that they're your negative, right? Like, the Tango outfits are nice for sure. But they do exist. There's none available right now, but there is 2 forms of Kitsune. There's one with like a little fox tail. You could get 1 tail. Or there's the one with 9 tails. Where is it? 9 tails. I can't find anything. I'm gonna spend 5 minutes looking through my own inventory now. Not blaming anyone, but now I'm just saying this is gonna happen. There they are. The blue tails are the best, by the way. The gothic outfit, they were on sale a couple years ago. Well, there's a red one that was exclusive for putting in like 250 bucks. Guilty. And then there was another one that was in a premium unit. Hello, Infinite. Welcome back. Why are they the best? Because they have a special attachment to them for me. Way too many outfits? Well, I wish I had as many outfits as I did Vanguards. Or the opposite. I wish I had as many Vanguards as I had outfits. I desire the opposite of what I just said. There, I'm gonna put this on my arms and it's gonna bug someone in the chat. Xbox never got 9 tails? Oh yeah, they skipped right over that. They skipped right over it. Yeah, so we got 9 tails outfits. You asked about the fox ears too. But we do have fox ears as well. But these are my ears, so I will bear them. That's you, Okito? Cool, man. Cool, cool. But try not to spam stuff, because it could cause lag. They really hurt that you didn't get the outfits? Yeah, for some people, customization's all really important. Yeah. You glad you switched from Xbox? Awesome. Mikos are the best. I just wish you don't have to wear the dress. Oh, yeah. That'd be really cool. I think they should have visual only accessories that are separate from accessories that directly affect how you play. Like the Toshis I'm wearing now, for sure. Because they do have accessories for wings and stuff, but they go into a slot that's meant, like, if you wear the wing ones, it's just for appearance. Like, you can't go in a dungeon with them because you're nerfing your damage by hundreds of thousands. You preach it. It's true. It's common sense. Originally, accessories, that's all they were, but now they're like part of like the power creep. They were the first real power creep in the game. Apart from Vanguards, like accessories, my god. You needed accessories. You could not go through the game without accessories. Shit. Now, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm really enjoying this video. I really love the comments. I love the questions. I love the engagement. I love everything about this video. The only one we bitch really, really loud. But they haven't responded to Blitz Tiamat ever, so... I was gonna say, like, this video, we might never get to talk about bazaars, what items you should buy, what items you shouldn't buy. But I'll try and get to them as much as I can while answering questions as they come, for sure. So I'm gonna give you guys the point by point, like, basic bare bones lesson here that I'm not gonna elaborate on. Like, we're just gonna tell you guys right now. What you should buy in this game is very simple. And if I say them very simply, people that have no idea what I'm talking about will have no idea what I'm talking about. If you just started the game, good things to consider buying are 105 megs and 105 meg. I wouldn't buy a 105 meg recipe, but oh no, I didn't. Stop. Oh, no, stop. Distracted. You're right. I should probably, because if a new person comes into this and I tell them buy 105s, buy this, buy that, they'd be like, I don't know what the fuck any of that is, right? So. What new players is gonna watch is 1 hour of me talking about everything. All you have to tell him is don't go spending on gargoyle weapons. It's funny you should mention that, because earlier in the video, you want me to edit my description? Man, you have a lot of faith. But earlier in the video, I was telling people that in the realms of cost effectiveness from start to finish, if someone is selling a gargoyle weapon at minimum 115 for 99 OC, which is like their minimum price, it is probably a lot cheaper than running every dungeon that you have to undertake to do gargoyles, because it's 50 OC a pop, trying to get your recipe, trying to get your drops, whether it's reward up or not. The recipe, even in today's day and age, can take up to 200 plus energy to try and get. And a full energy restore, that full energy restore is 30 OC a pop. Okay? So let's say you wake up today, you have 115 energy, and you run gargoyle twice on hell. Then you wait 6 hours, you fight him another time. There's a difference. There's a big difference, Tyler, and you know it. I'm just saying that for the right price, if you're just starting out in the game and someone is selling a gargoyle weapon 115 for the minimum price of 99 OC, if you have not started gargoyles at all yet, but you have a mount or something that's able to steamroll through the dungeon, if you're planning on using OC restores to do it, 99 OC economically is better than using OC to restore the entirety wave through it. However, if you have energy OC restore, or OC restore, I wish. I need a couple OC restores. I do. I need them very much. OC restores. Credit cards, lend me your energy. OC restore. Popping that. You know, like I'm saying, oh my god, dude. I saw that. There's a guy selling a bunch of gargs, and he put there's a guy, I don't know his name, so I can't call him out. I don't want to call him out, but there's a guy who's selling every weapon he's selling, he puts a combo card on it. And I saw gargoyles with combo cards, all this shit. Oh my god, it hurt, man. It hurt. I haven't put a combo card on anything since like the completion. Like, oh, don't do that. If a weapon has a special combo, don't put a combo card on it. Please. For the love of God. Stop. Stop. Get some help. Like, goddamn. Yeah. And Enjoyful's right. I didn't even factor in normal and hard. Right? OC restore. I wish I imagined spending 250 OC on rolling, then getting it back from OC restore. Exactly, man. Do not put that on your nadir. Unless you want to be like the eternal dum dum, that would make your nadir special. But to be honest, as a side note, I think you should be able to charge the basic attack on the nadir just like Verdant Storm, and if you fully charge it, it does damage cap. I was dumb. Oh, no. But oh my god, those are sins. That is evil, dirty sins. Why did you have to say that on a white brilliance? On a raid? On a purgatory? Oh, God, no. Oh, no. No, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Okay? If you did that to your gargoyles, make sure you put that into your you can put that into your abyss. Just yeet them right into the abyss. Put a combo card in the abyss. Oh my god. Do not do that. Stop. Get some help. But yeah, Bo doesn't have a special combo on the White Brilliance. It just shoots fire arrows. And I can't mention this, but I can't mention this. If you watch a video online about how to farm something using basic attack, having a fire effect or an ice effect or a lightning effect on your combo on a bow has a greater chance of working for that thing because they do more damage. Okay? Because if you have fire on the weapon, it does more damage. Bazinga. Exactly. Exactly. That's all I'll say about combo cards, is they do more harm than good. They do more harm than good. The best thing about them is that they make your weapon shiny, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. What do you mean there's one now? Oh no. I hear noises, but I can't see them. Oro, but you could have a combo card symbol on your weapon who needs fire. I need fire. Why would you put a because the completion has a basic attack. It doesn't have a unique combo attack. So it's fine. What's the best way to level a Vanguard? A zombie crossing weapons. Don't use any extra scrolls until you're at like 60 and can take them to 100. So you just farm a zombie crossing on Hell, you run it in a body party, pick up all your weapons, identify all your normals, and feed them to your Vanguard, and feed them the weapon they like the best at last. From Bazaars to White to exactly, man, you get like everywhere. Someone joined. Nice, thanks for joining. Okay, we're at the point where we're discussing the meta of combo cards. Okay? And let me tell you something. If you're using high tier weapons, 125 plus weapons, it does not matter what combo card you put on anything. It does not matter, because you're not gonna walk up to Eldritch Beast and be like, R1111. Like, you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. It's not. You lost the way, but you got the way back. That's what matters. I want Ogies on my R1. Give me a new Ogie. You'll pay me $1,000 with a combo card in the nadir. I would do it for $1,000. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some sins are worth the price. Absolutely. Some sins are worth the price. Somebody once told me the sin was gonna rule me, but I said, hey man, that's $1,000. Karma's a mug. My nadir's like, it was out earlier. For $1,000. Boy. $1,000. That's like 500 McDoubles, my boy. No, am I crazy? Okay, well, I won't buy 1,000 McDoubles, but you get the picture. I'm not gonna do it right now. I have to get paid first. Type 2 diabetes. Yes, if you put a combo card on your nadir, type 2 diabetes. Every time. It's innovative. Once you have it, it's stuck with you. It's gone. Like it's over. You're now type. You actually type 3. You're actually type 9. Because it involves. It's like injecting yourself with autism at that point. But I don't know. Anyway, what about 1K for all my weapons having a combo card? Fuck, son. You can't sell away brilliance. But I understand what you're saying. $1,000? Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't even know what are combo cards cards? I don't even know what they look like. Combo cards. What do they look like? Oh, there they are. Yeah, I'm good. But I don't even know. Inject on it. Did you exactly? Do we just make a new Onigiri meme? Like fuck. I just made my nadir. Fuck. Might as well put a combo card on it. Like, fuck. God damn. Oh, someone's gonna click on this and be like, oh, I can't wait to figure out what items I should buy and what items I should not buy. So far he's told me twice to buy a rhyme. Next thing you know, Oro stalls just fill the Garg weapons. Completely, unrelated to this video. Because that's just how it's gonna go. Why does Shizuka say she knows us at the beginning of the game? Insert Oro theory. Shizuka is the priestess of true sight, which means she is able to identify things by looking at them, and she's able to see through barriers, and she's able to see through illusions and deceptions. So The reason Shizuka says she knows us from the beginning of the game is because, here's the big theory, we are the Oni of Everlasting Night. That's who we are. Because a lot of bosses and stuff and Shifuri mention Everlasting Night whenever it's related to us. We know that the realm of Everlasting Night is like a portal, like it's a warding, you go in there. Shizuka probably saw through the portal just like how she saw through the portal to Nether Sekigahara. And there's a chance that she probably saw a glimpse of the land of Everlasting Night and probably saw us in there at some point. So that's probably why she thinks she knows us. She might have had a dream or might have just saw us in passing, like a deja vu kind of situation. And if we are indeed the Oni of Everlasting Night, that in turn means that us ourselves are Kami Kui, just like how Satan is, Beelzebub is, Odin is, everyone's Kami Kui. So, and we know that for every Kami Kui, there exists a god that they're associated with. So, like, let's say, for example, Amaterasu could be the opposite of Satan, Beelzebub and Susanoo, Odin and like Raijin, or anything like that. For every god there's a Kami Kui, for every Kami Kui there's a god. So that also means that if we are indeed, like Infinite Anime is saying, if we are indeed Kami Kui, then that means there is going to be a god that is related to us. And that could be the true final boss of the game. It could be that god. And maybe, because we know that the Goko, or whatever the hell their name is after 3 years, the Goko are trying to gather the Kami Kui, but they're also trying to gather the gods as well, because we saw Veronica going after Susanoo. So, whether it's unclear if Veronica was just interested in Susanoo because he was a hot beefcake, or because he's actually a god and it's part of their plan. So, it could be possible that we know that the Goko is guiding us in a certain direction. Wait, they released the next version of Lucifer and named it the Lord of the Flies? They did? Oh, wait, till. Oh, well, Beelzebub's the Lord of the Flies, though. Like, that's his stick. Like, I don't think Lucifer would change his name. Like, it would go Satan, Lucifer. They might call him Armageddon. They might call him Revelation. They might call him the next step, the end times, the nine-headed. He might actually become the nine-headed serpent from Revelation. They might make a whole new fucking model for the guy and go in, if they want to go full religion, full Bible, full let's go. They could do that. The 9 crowns, the headed dragon, do whatever they want with him. But I don't think Lucifer would change his name unless he actually changed shape. But what I'm getting to is that the Goko is persuading are guiding the player to go fight Kami Kui. Like, they're always a place where the Kami Kui are, and then we go fight the Kami Kui. Like, even from the beginning. Well, the game is Shinto. Shinto is Japanese religion, which also has stems in Buddhism and other religions for sure. But the main Japanese religion is Shinto. But they do draw on other religious figures, like Odin is from Norse mythology, Beelzebub's from Christianity, Fujin and Raijin are Shinto, Ho-Oh is Chinese, because she's the phoenix. I think it's the Chinese phoenix. And they have the Chinese Suzaku, they have Genbu, they have dragon, tiger, Byakko. That's the four noble beasts in Chinese mythology. So they have mythologies from every other culture in the game. But the primary story of Onigiri takes place in Japan, Onigashima, Island of the Demons, but they still import characters from other mythologies. And yes, Yog-Sothoth is Lovecraftian. You can tell by the tentacles, the eyes, his name. Absolutely. and yes, Mephistopheles is actually a character from a poem, a British English poem. He's a god, he's just a devil, but they gave him a name. They called him Mephistopheles. But yeah. Like Mephistopheles is from the same source material that like Madoka Magica is from as well. Like it's all relevant. It's all religious stuff. It's all mythological. It's all in the realm. So my main point is the Goko is always where every Kamikui is. Even the first one, Tiamat, Hillary was there. Like from the minute we saw one of them, we saw the Goko. So, and I guess the last god we really saw was Kyuubi. Kyuubi was the last god we saw, main story-wise, not counting Ho-Oh, Fujin, Raijin. But Kyuubi, I believe, is a god. When we fight Lucifer, Kyuubi opens up the barrier for us. So I think that's one of them there. But the main thing I'm thinking is that there's probably an overarching grand plot that the Goko is doing to have us fight all these Kamikui and eventually bring us up to the point where we're going to fight a super Kamikui god or something. Ho-Oh's a god because they know Kirin. Like all the divine possessions like Kirin, I don't know. Oro's back. But they're all up in the realms like Venus is a goddess for sure. The Goko, they do know Moroku as well. Moroku's a reincarnated god or some shit. Like Susanoo, Moroku's more than he appears to be. Moroku's like a reincarnated god or something like that. It's Ultra Instinct Shaggy. Yeah. But like every party member is related to something except Ibaraki's just cat that is like part of a gang. But Moroku definitely does have a secret. It was talked about in the dialogue. It was there. But yeah, I think they're stringing us along, trying to make us super strong, because only the Kamikui of Everlasting Night can defeat the God of Everlasting Day. And that could be any god. It could be God himself. It could be Jesus. We don't know. But maybe that's their plot. But fuck, this is about Bazaar. Getting me going. Oh. You probably have to fight yourself or something. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Ho-Oh's a phoenix. I think she lives in the god. We're back on the moon? Yes. Well, the game defines a gold Daruma. God damn. God Daruma. Moroku's Ku Culhane? I don't know. Moroku would probably be a merchant god, if anything. It's a combo card world boss. Fuck. Poison Fang Sublime exists? Exactly. But you have to use Oni Dagger to beat him. Fuck. It could be anyone, for sure. Because we saw Wadatsumi, he's in the game, and there's lots of stuff. Like, if you, like, I know a lot of people just skip all the dialogues and they miss out on a lot of it, but if you read it all, then, yeah, there's lots of stuff in the realms of possibility. Oh, just told us the equivalent to anime filler? Yeah, we've seen Hori. Yeah, we've seen a lot of them people. The guy in Hori Shrine. We've seen lots of people. We didn't even notice him for sure. Izanagi? Maybe. But I really don't know what... I don't want to think of a final boss, really, because I don't want there to be a final boss. You know, there's never really been a final boss. Like, but long ago, the final boss was Typhoon. Like, and then it was Elder. Elder was probably the closest thing we've ever had to a final boss. And I want Oni Elder. Give me an Oni Geno Buster and like Elder weapons for everybody else. Give me Elder weapons, my boy. Exactly. Yeah, when we fought Yogg, we went into the underworld. Yeah. I'm gonna change this title to something. How do you get more than... Hey, single player. How do you get more than 3 attacks on a weapon? So your basic weapon has 3 skills on it. So skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. And then these 2 down here have an orange barrier around them. And yeah, like Eva said, they're Ogis. Ogis are only available from certain events or from the shopping plaza if you manage to get them from a silver ball. And you can put them on a weapon and they go there. It's an Ogi skill card. So just to show you what one looks like. Inventory. Skiru Kado. There's a bunch here. Let's say I wanted to use Ogi skill card set 19. It brings up this menu. You can only have 2 though if you put a third. And it would replace one of the existing Ogis. But if you want to use an Ogi, it comes up like this. And it would end up going on slot 4. If slot 4 was empty, it goes in slot 4. If slot 5 is empty, it goes in slot 5. If both are full, then it's going to replace one of them at random. So that's what that is. When does this event end? 26th? 27th? Maybe? Something like that. No, man. Oh my god. I punch him right in the mouth. Oh! You've no idea. The swiftest of punches. I get the touchdown on his brain pad. Right there. Boom! But I'm probably going to have to change the title of this to like just streaming with Aura or something. Give you Makami. Alright. Next update is Makami Oguchi. He's an ice mount. He comes with an event. You can farm it, get really powerful mags. I guess I could call it AMA. Guide turned AMA. We'll call it guide turned AMA. You're very welcome, Single. Hopefully you stick around for the channel and stuff. You know, lots of videos to help you out. Level 95, good start, man, good start. Am I rolling for him? Honestly, I'm not that interested in him, personally. The fact that he's a support mount, I've never seen a video of anyone really using him. Like, in the same way that Raijin and Fujin out DPS Ifrit in some regards. Like, I don't want to fully invest in them. If you mean I should roll till I get 1, maybe, but I don't want to go get a 5 scroll thing. It depends what his unit is. If his unit is Makami, Rumi, Raimi, I don't know, the 2 support gargoyle girls and him, or if it's just Makami and stuff I don't have, then I'll think about it. But if it's Makami, Mia, Himiko, Sasuke, Oda, Lancelot, things that I have, I don't want no part with it. I don't want another Azura to happen. That's what I'm saying. They better not. Give Azura, or give Miyamoto to those who need it. People on the goddamn Switch, give them a unit of just Miyamoto. Tell them she goes to 150, make their prices like 100 OZ a roll. Do that. Do that. Nah. Nah. Lollies are just kids. What do you want to do with a kid? You find someone with the opie, you make your own kid. Don't buy a kid, make one. Come on. It's common ecology. If there was a kid in the bazaar, you don't buy it. I can grow one at home. I have a garden that is very fertile. What's up, Jay Cynical? Nothing much. It's a very normal stream. Everything is perfect and orderly, and we're conducting everything fine. Hey, Chew. You wonder if Blitz Tiamat will work for Switch? Fuck, dude. If it does, we rebel. It wasn't 10K, it was like 7K. But the thing is, Satan, I always wanted Satan. Satan to me is just cool. I like the fact that it's Satan. I have no attraction for Satan at all. Satan's great. Yeah, it's almost 10K, but Satan is great. My Satan is level 142? 142 out of 145. You got the Giron sword recipe? Nice. What? No. I like her tail. I can't. She doesn't even have a booty. She's got a tail. What are y'all on about? Satan's just cool. And her eyes are cool. Satan's cool. I have no attraction to Satan at all. Even more weird. But Satan is the strongest partner in the game. She gives you the biggest buff. The biggest buff. You can't even see her because I got tails. Like, she doesn't even exist. Oh, it looks like I have the accessory on. That's cool. Since when do you look at a girl's eyes? When there's nothing else to look at, my dear. You know it's true. Strictly business. Oh. Headshot. Bam. Did you ever see, there's a GIF, a little GIF video of, it's like, they caption it when you're arguing with your girl, but then you're right, and it's this dog barking, and he suddenly goes like, fuck. Like he lost an argument. It's the funniest thing ever. This dog's like, rawr, rawr, and the guy goes, huh, and she goes, rawr, and the dog just fucking looks away. And that's what they put for the caption. And the dog's face is just like, it's the funniest thing. And you're making me think of it. Oh my god. Oh, My cheeks hurt from smiling. I knew you'd go there, but no. You're not a dog. You're far cuter. I'd rather pet you. But, moving on. I'm just saying there's a GIF. If I could find it. Oh! I've been doing this for an hour and a half. Give me a second. Oh, I'll pet you like a cat too. Don't worry. I'll make you purr. All Satan girls assemble. I can't even see them, dude. I'm trying to find it. Dog argue with GF. Is this it? Fuck. Why did it take me to Facebook? What is Unilad? You're spooked. There it is! Oh my god. Woohoo! How do I share that? Jeepers. She doesn't give you the biggest erection. She gives you the biggest damage. The biggest sword. I have a phone call to get, so pardon me. Alright, I found it, and that's me eating an Oreo, by the way. Oreo munch. I don't know if the link works or not. But it's just the face this dog makes when the guy makes a point. Oh my god. Munchlax. Munchlax. About the munchkins? Munchkins are nice. Whew, where were we before the call? It is funny. Like if you take that GIF and you put it with what we were saying, it's like What was it? It's like, what was it? It was like, she has nice eyes. You never look at, well, since when do you look at girls' eyes when there's nothing else to look at? Shit! Like, it's like that. It's the format of it. That's how it went. That's how it went. Yeah. Do I even bother trying to talk about... Do I even bother trying to talk about the bazaars? Or do we just keep this awesome smorgasbords of comments and questions going? Nighty night, Eva. Sleep tight. And it's too late? You're right, it is too late. There's no reason. I have to do a separate video later. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Ah, nighty night. Oh, that's a good point. That was an hour and a half. My God. Oh. Someone asked me earlier, is Ensemble of Flames a good move to use? I've never used any Zonko cards because I'm waiting for better weapons to put them on. So I have no idea. That's my opinion of that. I have no idea. You're running around like the NPC every 2 seconds. Oh, I can't. No, you can't name it that. That's instant demonetize. I'm gonna call it guide turned AMA. Sorry, guys. So let's do that at this point in. You guys know what an AMA is, so you can pretty much you can ask any question of me you want, whether it's related to Onigiri, real life question. Let's turn this into an AMA. So for next half an hour ish, if you guys have any questions at all about Onigiri, like anything that's on your mind, things you want to know, things you want to know my opinion on, things like that, like what should I be doing this event, what's good to roll for, I have X amount of OC, all this stuff. Hey Rise, so you can't connect to Onigiri. So Rise, are you playing on Onigiri in the Europe, or are you playing in North America? Because I've had lots of people come in the stream and say they're having trouble with the European version. That's usually the first step. Have I tried? I haven't. I done. I got her from my ticket. The second ticket I used, I got her. I'm at like 4.25% trying to get another one though. But we're not getting many orbs these days. I might as well run a lunatic legendary battle. Hold up. If you... Is the Satan event good for noobs? Yes, it is. Because it gets people running weapon hunt. They're going to get lots of weapons. They're going to get... Satan has a lot of stuff. It doesn't matter what you run for your stuff. To be honest, Satan's exchange shop is very, very good. For noobs, it's super good. Let me just click on her and let you know. At 4.75 Ephraim, blue. You're pulling blue? Oh, did you have a pity? Oh no, that sucks. Her Neon Koropan has a lot of good stuff in it. Like it has the Wings of Tyranny accessory. I can click on it. It gives you, it doesn't give you attack, defense, dex, and lightning. Yeah, this accessory isn't that good. I'll admit it looks really cool, but it's not that good. Sadly, the Shaitan, however, is much better. It gives you 10% attack, 5 crit, 10 lightning, 30 twin affinity, and 10 attack speed. So if you don't have any accessories at all, if you're a new player, The Satan event is very, very much worth it. Most people that are going to say that this event is not worth it in that case are going to be players that already have accessories. So players that already have Miyamotos or Toshis or whatever it may be, Hoos, Sunkos, whatever, this is not going to be that appealable to them because their accessories are better. Like, paid accessories are generally always better than free accessories. However, if you're new, you're a twin, you just want that attack percent bonus, these accessories are good to go for, which means you might want to roll in the second chest more so than you would roll in the first chest to get the Shaitan. And you can reset each one twice or once, so you can get 2 Shaitans and you can get 2 of the other one. Apart from that, it does have a lot of Dura tickets. It has medals. Medals are good. Experience boost, drop boost, boosts of all sizes, some stones, some stuff for Tempest, and some marrows. It's got some good stuff. Generally, yeah, you run any warding dungeon, and generally anything that doesn't have respawning enemies, and they'll drop Nirvana tarts. But generally, if you do Golden Weapon Hunt on normal, 20 energy a run, as Rhyme's saying, Golden Weapon Hunt on normal, run through it, go pretty slow. In my advice, go slow through the dungeon, just kill one enemy at a time, and I find you get more tarts than if you don't. This was the same way with Seven Heaven Spice. Like, if you go in there and you're just using like a Vanguard that wipes the whole screen, you might get like 1 or 2 a room, whereas if you go slow and fight everything individually, you tend to get like 3 or 4. So that's just my anecdotal experience. So wardings is when you're in Onigashima and you talk to Chifuri. I'll show you. So, like right over here, up on the steps, up. This is where we'll find Jaffa. So right up here, Chifuri, little girl. It says Chifuri materialized. You talk to her. All these things are wardings. So you'd find Golden Weapon Hunt right here. As you wish, Master, please be careful. And these are considered wardings. Things that take energy, wardings. So you go Golden Weapon Hunt normal, and you get stuff. Every 20 you get, you're allowed to roll with it, or whatever. But I think it's very good for new players. It's very accessible. It's not very hard. Enemies are low level in there. Absolutely a good event for new and old players alike, to be honest, because I do it. I don't do it as crazy as I should, but I do it. The item exchange, I haven't really talked about it. You have the Lucifer accessory in here. Lucifer, 10% attack. It only takes 30 tarts. Like, literally, you get 60 tarts. You can get both Lucifer accessories. They each give you 20 holy. That's not bad. If there was ever an Oni mode that you needed holy for, that's probably a really good accessory. Gives you holy, negative dark, 5 cooldown, attack and skill force. Why can't every accessory have that? Good accessory. You can get energy restore, soul eggs, very minor, prayer crystals, grade powder, Dura tickets, godly, transcendent amulets, buttons, band-aids. There's 10 gacha tickets in here. That's a $40 value, and some little headpiece accessory thing and some potions. But definitely worth it. Definitely worth to get it than to not get it. There's definitely some value in there. Is there going to be an add-on to the event like the last one? No. Satan is an independent event. On PC, it was a 2-week endeavor. We just have it for a month. But there's not going to be a part 2 to Satan. If they want to bring out Lucifer, make it console exclusive, let's go. But no, there's currently nothing related to Satan having a part 2. More than likely, it's going to be Oguchi Makami next, or Ono Komacho in Kumaso Village. Those are my assumptions of what's coming next. But they could always curveball us at any time. This update was very, very much a curveball. If only every server had every accessory had... Fuck. I've never seen accessory spelled like that. Pardon me. I was like, what is this word? It makes sense what you said, but fuck me. I don't have to throw them in the closet. Yeah, cooldown matters for sure. Crit, cooldown, attack, affinity, everything matters. I don't have crit on my accessories. I don't mind it. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you. The next lolly assist we're gonna get is well, if you mean just PS4, the next one's going to be Parvis and Gargoyle Sisters, Sleet Sword, and Levin Sword. So, Levin Lance. Why is it not Levin Sword? It's like, what's the other guy's name? Inferno? I don't know. In general, I have no idea. Could be anything. Could be nothing. Like, we're getting more support characters than we're getting anything. Could be anything. So Neville's asking, where are dragonfly wings? I'm trying to get the swimsuits. Dragonfly wings. Are you on Xbox? Dragonfly wings are in the bug catching contest thing. That's a Pokemon reference, but it's on the island. Dragonfly wings are always going to be from the little dragonflies. And they are... You have to get all 4 keys. And then you open up the door with all the keys. And that's where the dragonflies are. I remember there being a lot of dragonflies in that room. If that makes sense. Because it's been 2 years for me, man. But there's a lot of dragonflies there. They're just floating around. You got to catch them with your net. Who is the new Vanguard with the OP red claws for her combo card? Red claws for her combo card? Do you mean Inochio? I don't know. New Vanguard. Inochio had the big red claws. Then there's Minamoto no Yorimitsu, who's out right now. I don't know on PC, but I'm not sure who you mean. Assist Gargoyle will come out as an assist in the future. A small IB Abyss Gargoyle. That's some big think right there. Abyss would technically, if you watch the Onigiri anime, there's a little human form for every Kamikui. Like there's a Lucifer, there's a Dragonarch, there's Mephistopheles. You know, they're all there. They all have human forms. You know, it could be anything, really. Abyss is too strong. Yeah. Abyss would be a cool partner. I bet Abyss would literally give you a rainbow effect. He would give you like 3 elements. The best move for Lancelot is perfect parry. Whatever that move is, you know what I mean? The best move for Lancelot, let me open up Lancelot. Où es-tu? Holy shit, I've been past you. There it is. I thought Lancelot had blue hair. Okay. Perfect punishment. Yeah, yeah, you're right. They did have Jiro Spider and Iron Man as well. Perfect. Like you use a Lake Blade Rain or Lake Blade Holy. Holy is only available after 3 scrolls, by the way. But Perfect Punishment does like 3 hits, like damage cap each hit if you're using the right element. Rapid Assault's pretty good, and then Ogi's pretty interchangeable. Awakening Death, Dance of the Deceased. But Perfect Punishment's probably her best move. So you change her element to either Rain or Holy, or leave it Slice, and then Perfect Punishment. Or Rapid Assault. Those are the 2 best moves in my opinion. Man. Where do you go to farm presents? Honestly, go farm Weapon Hunt. Because you'll get presents in there. Oh boy. But apart from that, you can go to Monrigashima and farm the islands. Any area that has a lot of enemies in it, you can farm presents there. We thought Satan was evil and Satan came out as Satan Girl. The sky's the limit. Because in my mind, Satan's on a higher tier than the gargoyles. The gargoyles are like evil Kami-Kui, but they're not like mainline Kami-Kui. Like as cool, Abyss might be like the Grim Reaper or something. For all I know, Abyss could be like the true death Kami-Kui. But as far as I can say, if they can take Satan, they can do whatever the hell they want. What are some good bow AoE skills? You have Boulder Dash, which is very good. You can't move while you're using it, but it's good mountain damage. Bow has Boulder Dash, Rainbow Peacock. Lightning Flash Shot is in a straight line, but it hits multiple enemies. Yeah, Rainbow Peacock, Boulder Dash, Lightning Flash Shot. They do have Tornado Drop, but it's not very good of a move. Meteor Range Shot Sublime is good. Aerial Blitz Sublime is good. Restriction all the Sublimes are good AoE, but they're not accessible to many people, so I don't mention them that much. But when it comes to normal skills, Lightning Flash Shot, Boulder Dash, Rainbow Peacock, Tornado Drop, they're like pretty much the only like moves that you don't target the enemy to do, not counting Spin Kick. So those are generally Bow's AoE moves. Most of Bow's moves are single target, so Bow doesn't have that much AoE in its arsenal. For example, like Spear has a lot of AoE, like Water Dragon, huge hitbox on that. Class and Blade, wide sweep. Like this is not an AoE. That's an AoE move right there. Detenryu Force. Like if you have any of the waves, like that's AoE. That's all you really need. And Joyful, you have a comment. Are there any non-female assist partners? Maybe think there will be a male in the future. Like I know the player base is mostly male. There are currently no non-female assist partners. If there is going to be... Yeah, Rainbow Peacock's really fun. Are there going to be male assist partners? Probably, but I'll tell you right now, they won't... Unless it's like a sexy butler, like I'm talking like some black butler kind of looking character, it's not going to sell. Like, even girls like it when you have a little lolly following you around and they're cheerful and they're helping you out. It's like a little sister. Like, even girls like the cis partners we have now, like they find it cute. It's kawaii. But if you make a guy, like let's say for example, I know Eva would be like, oh, Shootin' Doji would be the best assist partner ever, like someone like him. But like I can't really see it, you know. Does having 105's mags make you stronger, or can you just ride it out with mags? I don't know that. 105 mags are like the pinnacle of the starting meta. Like once you get your 105s, you're now at that next level. Yes, it's good to use other mags like Skill Force mags before that for sure, but they are beneath 105. Like you can use literature mags, but use them to get 105 mags, if that makes sense. But definitely having 105s, fuse, anything like that is definitely better. Knowledge mags are 110 Magatamas. Knowledge mags are 110 mags. They're over that. Faux show. Should you change from bow to spear? I don't think so. I think you should play whatever you like in this game. I think you should play whatever you like to play. Because if you wake up and you want to play Onigiri and you come in and you enjoy the class you play, then you'll have fun. You'll enjoy yourself. But if you log in and you're holding an axe and you're only using it because that has high attack, but you don't actually like how it plays, you're suffering. You're not enjoying the game. Like, I feel like the overarching purpose of Onigiri, barring all objective facts and things like that, is that the purpose of it is to find a weapon class you like, find moves that you like, find out what you like and make it good. This is the same for games like Warframe or any game like that where you can do things as individualistically as possible. You find something that you like and you make it good. Like my favorite move for bow is Boulder Dash. I am in a very small minority of players, but goddamn, I would be farming up the friggin' Fujin mags. I would have a triple Boulder Dash weapon and I would use Tornado Drop because of the elements. Like, I would shape myself around that. With all the options we have now, it's totally possible to do that. Yeah. Like, you can switch things around. Like, you can change. If you don't like what you're doing, sure, change. So, I have another one, then. What if you specialize in swords, but you have a 105 twin sword mags? Will it still have the same effect? No. When you have a 105 mag, it affects only the mag it's for. So you call it a twin mag. That means it's a dancing water. So let's say I'm wearing a Thunderquake, a dancing water, and a skyrending Magatama. So sword, spear, and twin. And I'm wearing all of those, and I'm holding a spear. I'm only going to get the skill force bonuses from the spear 105. I will not get the bonuses from the twin one or the sword one. However, you will also get you will get the element that each gives. So if the sword one's giving me 10 fire, the spear is giving me 10 lightning, and the dancing water is giving me 10 ice, then I'm going to have access to those elements, but you're gimping yourself in the long run. So the answer to your question is no. Having a 105 of a different weapon will not affect another weapon. That you have to have it matching your weapon. So generally, the best builds for 105 is you have a set of 3 105s. So 3 Thunderquakes, 3 Skyrendings, 3 Dancing Waters, you name it. That's generally the consensus there. You see people with rank 10s and stuff, but they only go up to rank 8. Yep, that's a. I used to be a part of the people that thought mags didn't work like that. I'll ask you this: are the people with the rank 10 stuff good? Are they doing crazy damage? Generally, the answer should be no. The rank 10 stuff and the rank 8 stuff does exist in the game, but the idea of using them was scrapped, but the mags themselves were never taken out of the game. So even though the Gyototen Magatama exists, it literally has no effect because the only rank 10 skills in the game belong to vanguards and their buffs. They're not actual skills. They're eye skills because the eye is 10 or whatever. Even though they should be X, but yeah. If you go to your actual status page, or I guess the equipment page, and we go to our our skill force page, that only goes to rank 8. Rank 9 and 10 exist, but right now my skill force is 450. So it works for rank 5 plus. So as long as I'm using skills that are rank 5, rank 6, rank 7, rank 8, rank 9, rank 10, rank 11, rank 12, rank 13, rank 14, anything above, because of how Magatamas work, they're all getting a 450% skill force boost. Skill force also caps out at 500 just for reference. So 450 is just 50 skill force below cap. And some weapons just circumvent that limitation very, very easily. If I have that, what is my skill force at? 435, so it's less than the nadir. But some weapons have more skill force than others. And sometimes hitting cap. And the Thunderquake is if I go under half, then I'll be gaining. If I go under half, I gain 50 skill force. So I'd actually jump to like technically 600. If they ever buffed skill force to like 600 or 700, 3 times you'd be at 600 skill force. It would be such a huge push. But yeah, hopefully that answers that question. So then I see you have 3 Thunder Mags, but you can't have 4. Should I wait for a bow guide or start playing? Yeah, you can't wear 4 because there's a chakra limit. You can wear 3 of like the Fuse, the 105, the Tempest, anything like that. You can wear 3 and wear on a 4th mag that corresponds, but you can't wear 4. And even if you could, there would be no benefit aside from element at that point because of the skill force caps. You can start playing, man. Just don't. You should obviously be playing, but do not like make serious decisions for your build, if that makes sense. Like, for sure start playing, but if you want to know how to play bow effectively, then when it comes to building the big weapons and what skills you should use and all that stuff, hold off a bit and see, okay, well, what should I do, you know? Like, by all means, play the game, enjoy yourself, do stuff, but when it comes to the big decisions of mags to make and things like that, that's where you'd want to wait for the guide. Or even consult the old guides, because those guides do share generally the same message as the old ones did. Some guides, they go over every skill, some guides go over other things. But generally, it's still all, there's still knowledge to gain from it at some point. So where would you get Skyrending mags? Because you like swords. So if you like swords, you get the Skyrending Magatama recipe after you clear Tanegashima. It'll come from this dungeon right here, Mountain of Thorns. In Mountain of Thorns, you'll find a bunch of worms and enemies in the first room. Just go through the first room, like on hell or whatever difficulty you can, kill all the rooms, pick up everything, and leave, and just keep repeating that. And hopefully, maybe on a login or a drop boost or just pure luck, you'll get the Skyrending recipe, turn it into Shizuka, and you can start making mags. After that, then you have to start farming War Bazooka for your Ronin, and then you can get your other mags from the moon later on. Like, but by all means, yes, go through the game, get further, make progress, learn stuff, play, have fun. Because if you want to play sword, that's a lot of investment. Yeah, it is Kagu, you're right. You know, I mixed them up. Well, there you go, man. I just got back. I was wondering, are we close to getting my long stream? No, my longer stream's like 4 hours or 6 hours or some shit. Bow mags are the hardest mags to get in the game. Bow mags are the hardest. You have to farm field bosses, you have to farm Wara, you have to farm a zombie. Well, you used to be able to have to farm like Origami Magma. Bow mags, Bow 105 is the hardest to get. Whatever you feel comfortable on, man. If you can kill stuff on hell, do hell. If you can kill stuff on hard, do hard. If you can only kill stuff on normal, only do normal. That's all I can say. You're not trying to clear the whole dungeon, just do like the first room or two. Bonjour. Oh, my throat. Yeah. I remember farming that recipe. Took a while. Huri Island? Yeah, Huri Island sucks. Yeah. Alright guys, so we have 5 minutes left on this mini AMA section. I appreciate it. Had a lot of fun talking to you guys. Really enjoying our time. But I do, you know, at that time I gotta go eat, drink. My voice is getting a little hoarse. But do we have any final questions, comments, concerns, feedback, anything at all? By all means. Now is the time to ask these questions. Did I just crash? I think we crashed. $1,000. How did I name my channel? So, how do I start? Hey Dave. Yeah, we crashed, I believe. But the stream's still going, but we crashed. Shit, I was just asking questions, now I'm distracted. Okay, good thing I have my stream open here. Oh, thanks Neville, thanks for the epic, I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. How did I name the channel? So back when I used to play Naruto, I used to main Naruto and Clash of Ninja, and he had the Naruto Uzumaki Barrage, but I played the Japanese one that I imported, and that was the Naruto Uzumaki, like Uzumaki Rendan or Randan. So that just meant combo, right? So I like that, and I made combo videos, and I knew that it meant combo, so Randan to me is combo. And I destroy people with combos, and I like doing big, extravagant combos, over-the-top stuff, so I figured I'm going to name the channel, name myself Randandestroyer. And then I made Randandestroyers after as like a second channel. Like I had an original one, but I made a second one. I just put the S on it. But that's what it is. It just means combo destroyer, Randandestroyer. How do you start? Well, Dave, if you just mean the Satan event, you just gotta farm Golden Weapon Hunt, get all the little Nirvana tarts, and trade it into Satan, and buy stuff from her. She gives you lots of energy restores, gotcha tickets. There's a whole thing to roll. It's one of those events, Golden Weapon Hunt. I can't go kill the gold skeleton right now. Do I play Tekken because I'm the combo destroyer? I do not really. The only Tekken I ever played was Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on PS3. I enjoyed that game. It was really fun, but I haven't played Tekken 7 or nothing. But man, Naruto, whoo, I love the combos in that. I love that for sure. Whew. Alright guys, we're closing up on our last 2 minutes. Who's gonna get last question? Last question. Before it's almost 8 o'clock. Oh my god, I gotta go eat supper. Freaking wow. It's 7 for you? Time difference. When am I going to fire to 132? Good question. When am I gonna go to 132? Basically, if ever I have like a work week where I don't work often, because right now I'm on call for my job, so I go in like tomorrow. I know I'm working because I always work Sundays and Fridays, like on average. That's when I get called in the most. So Mondays I don't get called in very often, but I like to rest because I just worked the other day before. Tuesdays I sometimes work. Um, Wednesdays I sometimes work. Tuesdays I rarely work, or Thursdays I mean, and Fridays I always work. And Saturday's my only guaranteed day off. And I don't like to spend it farming on my Saturday. I don't like it. So if ever there's like a long stretch of days where I just don't work, then I'd probably start farming more. But with body parties as they are, and my time being somewhat chaotic, limited, I don't farm that often. But I'm warming up to it again. It's just getting back to it. It's like all right, have fun, Tyler or Thunder, Tyler. See you guys. That was a good stream. I have to change the title, but love y'all. It was a good time. Enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna go have me a donair. If you guys know what that is, God bless. If you don't, get educated. But alrighty, guys. See ya next time. Stay subscribed and keep on the grind. Come for the jiggles. Stay for the grind.